Hey everybody, Joe at Bumbling Acres here. Hope y'all are doing well. It's Friday, May 29th, I believe. And I'm just beginning the weekend. Been doing a lot of work around the homestead on various projects. My garage is still between the building of the shelving units you see from here to here, platforms to put my table saws and workstations on. And just the relentless reality that you're always having something to do. I'm getting ready for that weekend. I'm getting ready to be busy all weekend. And it's a good busyness, but it's still a busyness. But this is going to be about the most important thing you need as a homesteader. And I think it's significant that you address this very early on in either your homesteading journey or really before you begin, that you understand this reality and embrace this reality. And there are a number of things tool-wise that you need for homesteading. You'll be doing a lot of digging. You need a shovel. You're putting in a lot of posts, especially if you're raising animals. You need a good post hole digger, which I have. Hammer, nails. A number of tools that I have in my garage are more for woodworking than homesteading. My drill press, my bandsaw, things of that nature. But they're still very, very important. My table saw, obviously. Which benefit homesteading, but those aren't really the most important thing. The most important thing isn't anything that you buy at a store, though all those things are quintessential. They are very, very, very important. They aren't the most important. The most important, having helpers who know what they're doing, being installed and connected into a community like we are. We are part of a number of community groups. And I'm really hoping to foster community and strength among the homesteaders close to us in southern Indiana and northern Kentucky and this region. That is incredibly important in the homesteading world because you're going to be the minority as a homesteader. This is a cultural, this is not what the normal people do. So if you go trying to find normal people to go converse with, they're all going to think it's cute at best. Oh, that's cute. You're going to raise your own animals. Oh. Nice. You'll get some who consider it subsistence living. This is how mankind lived for thousands of years. We are cultured now. I've got a family member that thinks that. Respectful, but that's what they think. Oh, you're going to get people that just think you are the craziest human being ever. Why on earth would you do this? Especially if you get into where you're raising animals. Part of raising animals is butchering animals. The loss of an animal. That's not something normal people do. Normal people may be around an animal that dies a couple times in their life with your family pet. So if you're going to do any of that, your social community circles are going to be kind of weird. So everyone, you're going to get that if you go normal. You go into the homesteading groups, you're going to become cemented. But that's not the most important thing you need. The most important thing you need to be a successful homesteader. There's a motto. It's kind of an unofficial motto for those who have ever done the Ironman. Relentless forward progress. You have to accept the mentality that you are always moving forward. It has to be that progress forward has to be more important than the tasks you accomplish. Being task-oriented is a great thing in today's society, and it is a great thing as a homesteader. You will fulfill a lot of tasks, but the reality is you will have a lot of steps forward and a lot of steps backwards before you get ahead. So if you are constantly checking boxes, if that's your mentality, you're going to be miserable as a homesteader. Be quite miserable. So rather than be focused on the tasks that you're finishing, you've always got to be thinking about, I did stuff today. I moved forward today. There's routines that come along with homesteading. You're just going to have to get used to them. And they really are actually very, very valuable. They actually ground you as a person. They don't change the fact that those tasks become routine. Every day you've got to get up and open up, move all your animals around and put them in at night. Like the first couple times you do, it's going to be cute. Then it's just part of life. You don't get a little boost of dopamine every time you take care of an animal. So you have to have it in your mind that I'm always moving forward. I'm always tackling tasks and I'm always being a task completer in steps. In our house, for those who may be, our page is Bumbling Acres on Facebook, and my wife, I think, posted this. We bought a big dry erase marker. And I asked her to get something because I have 1,000 things that I need to do. And I have difficulty sometimes prioritizing. So I talked to my wife to help prioritize. But one of the things was I just wanted to get on the board. What do I need to accomplish? And within probably 2.5 minutes of bare thinking, I already had, I think there's 12 things on the board. And these aren't your chores. These aren't my honey-do list. These are tasks that need to be completed relatively soon for my homestead. All of them, I've got 12 tasks that require a lot of me that will need to be accomplished within the next 90 days. That is a lot. And the reality is, a lot of those tasks are multi-step tasks. I'm not just going to be clipping those off the board every day and replacing them. So my ego, my self-esteem can't be wrapped up in the accomplishment or in the finishing of those tasks. It needs to be associated with actually doing them. So every day I can go, all right, today, especially if you work a full-time job like I do. So homesteading is not your full-time job. It's your second full-time job. You know, today I've got to put gates on my deck. We've got to enclose a deck, and then I need to convert it so I can put raised garden beds on it for simplicity and ease for my wife. That's not way up there on the list because we've got a garden space, but that is a task. But the gates are very, very important because we need to stop the chickens and everything from destroying her herbs and gardens or herbs and things. So one of my tasks was putting gates onto the deck, and that requires things that I don't have. There's wood supplies I need to go purchase, even though I've got plenty of all kinds of scrap, but not enough to actually do the task. But today was putting in the posts. And just superficially putting in posts so that they'll hold a gate. They won't hold much else, but they'll hold a gate. Like, that was a task that needed to be completed. It's not done yet, but I'm moving towards that goal. That's homesteading. Homesteading is relentless forward progress. Having a million things you need to do, prioritizing those things, and knowing that you're just clipping away slowly yet surely. Another example, which kind of is a chintzy, goofy little example, but I have been making shelving units for my garage. That shelf was made by me. That shelf was made by me. I've made my workbench here. I'll put it on wheels for storage of tools. Another workbench there. And then some platforms that my various tools have done. I got a platform that my miter saw is on. I've got a platform that my table saw is on. I've made all those. But I am just been out of space. I've needed more, and it was just out of necessity. My garage was so overrun. I couldn't find anything because everything, we don't have enough space for everything. Everything just goes everywhere. So I've been building, these shelving units, not pretty to look at, but they work. I've been in the process of building these smaller shelving area. I'm not a carpenter. I was never trained in how to do this. I've taken some woodworking classes and I'm figuring a lot of it out. But those are things that you do slowly yet surely. The benefit will come. And when I can actually show off this garage, it will be a huge impact. But that's going to be some time while I do everything else. So you're going to be a homesteader. You've got to recognize the single most important thing is not the tools, though they are very important. It's not the people, though they are very important. The single most important thing about if you're going to be a homesteader is the mentality for relentless forward progress. I'm going to do what I've got to do, and I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to learn a little more every day. I'm going to do a little more every day. That's the secret to being a homesteader. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope this message finds you happy and healthy. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Apparently there's a bell you need to ring. I'll be honest, I'm not the techiest guy in the world, but there's a bell you can ring to look for new content. Please ring the bell. Comment. What do you think? What do you think is the most important thing to homesteading? If you're looking at getting into homesteading and you have some practical questions, feel free to message us. Deborah and myself will be doing a video. We've actually been homesteading on this property for a little over a year. We'll be doing a video in the next couple days to talk about 1 year. What have we learned so far? What would we recommend for you? But it's tough right now. My wife does not feel real good. We're getting through. We're at the third trimester of pregnancy. Just started the third trimester today. So, it's definitely taken a lot. It's taken a toll on my wife. So, y'all do well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell. Have a great day. Bye.